Okay, call to attention, call for focus. We're going to do this. You ready? We are going to start off with jumping back into Sir Gus. And yesterday / earlier, we finished reading The Hungry Troll. So I want you to do a quick reminder to yourself in your brain what happened in that story. Remember, when we're retelling or thinking about the events of a story, we go from the beginning through the events in order to the end. Very good. So we want to be thinking about the events in order of The Hungry Troll. So take a moment and think to yourself. Turn and share, very quiet, whisper share with your partner the events in order from beginning to end of The Hungry Troll. So if we remember in The Hungry Troll, what was happening is the king wakes up to what he thinks is thunder, and it turns out to just be a hungry troll. He's very worried, and he summons all his knights. It's scary because trolls love to eat people. They're very fond of them. One knight does not come, and it's Sir Gus. Sir Gus didn't come because he's sleeping, because he has a cold and does not hear the trolls. So their plan, Sir Tom comes up with a plan to light a fire near him to scare him. And we're going to move on. 3, 2, 1. So quick reminder from you guys, what happened in The Hungry Troll, beginning through the story in order. Brock, what happens at the beginning? Loud and proud.
The king is sleeping, and the troll wakes up, and it sounds like thunder because he's crying because he's hungry.
Fabulous. The king is sleeping. He wakes up because he hears the troll, which sounds like thunder, which is not. It's him crying. And the troll is very hungry. So what happens next? Ray.
King Alfred, was very frightened, and he called all his knights to meet him.
He calls all of his knights, and all 12 of them show up.
No.
Again, who does not show up?
Sir Gus!
Chloe, why does Sir Gus not show up?
Because he is sleeping.
He's sleeping, but there's more to it. He's not just sleeping. He's sleeping, but then why doesn't everybody else woke up from the trolls? Why doesn't Sir Gus wake up? Viola.
Because he has a cold, and he's talking on because his nose is stuffed.
Yep, he has a cold. He's talking funny. His nose is stuffed. And sometimes when you have a cold and your nose is stuffed up, what else is stuffed up? Your ears. The king asks for them to come up with a plan. Who comes up with the plan, and what is it? Zoe, tell us loud and proud. Who comes up with the plan, and what is their plan?
Sultan and set fire like the
Which is a wonderful segue into today's reading. If you guys open up to 5.1, we're going to read another story from Sir Gus. And the title of our story today is called
Fire!
Which, as you guys remember, the title of our story can give us a little preview of what we're about to read. So if the title of today's reading is Fire, what can we predict is going to happen? Ryder, what do you predict will happen? Yeah, there could be a fire. Haley.
Something's gonna start on fire. That's the picture. So that's holding something. And he's holding the torch, and he's like.
Yeah, he looks a little worried, isn't he? Emery, what do you think?
I think that the trolls are doing. The knights are going to find the trolls easily because the trolls are afraid of fire.
Fabulous. Now, third graders, one thing I want to point out is there is a lot of dialogue in this story. How do we know there's dialogue? What shows us there's dialogue in our story? Joey. Everybody find an example of quotation marks and put your fingers on them. Quotation marks are going to be around the words that somebody says. Quotation marks are where? Around the words that somebody says in our story. There's a lot of dialogue in here, and our paragraphs are going to be split up between who's talking each time, too. Third graders, just as we've done with our other Sir Gus stories, I'm going to give you a paragraph or two and a focus question, and then we'll talk about it. So one piece at a time, pay attention to the question, and then the reading, make sure you can answer it. If you are unable to answer the question, you need to reread. If you are unable to answer the question, you need to reread. So really focus on that. Read the what, or if it says paragraph 1 and 2, like we're about to do, our question for paragraph 1 and 2 is, why wasn't it hard to find the troll? And you're going to read paragraphs 1 and 2 to find out why it wasn't hard to find the troll. And if you can't tell me why it wasn't hard to find the troll, you need to reread. So your task is to read paragraphs 1 and 2 and find out why was it not hard to find the troll.